let's talk about the misogyny, homophobia, and xenophobia that you're going to find in Hellenic polytheist groups in Greece. People often ask me why I don't attend more rituals in polytheist groups, and it's because they are not welcoming to witches and pagans. I have shared this in lots of videos before. Recently, this temple to Zeus and Pan was opened in Arcadia, the land my family is from, the land of the Maenads, the land of ecstatic Pan. Unsurprising to many of you, chaos decided to reign. So I want to talk about the man who is claiming to be in charge of this event, Evangelos Bexis. Bexis is not the man who built this temple. He is an archaeologist who took it upon himself to do a lot of interviews about this place. He has a history of xenophobia, of not supporting people who are not Greek to come to Greece to do ritual. For example, a confidential source told me that when friends of theirs were invited from Bulgaria to do a ritual in Athens, this guy protested it because Bulgarians aren't Greek, which is like, read a history book, you claim to be an archaeologist, seriously. But again, he did not make this temple. A man from Britain owns the land and paid for this temple to be built there. He is Greek. This temple was protested by the Greek government and the church, and that is what is wrong. That is wrong. The church actually said to the people at the event, do not be led astray by the ancient gods. And you'll see that it is sealed up. The government itself came out to seal up this temple so that nobody could use it as a house of worship. You can barely see the statue of Pan, and unfortunately, this is the attitude the government and the public at large has about practicing worship of the ancient Greek gods in any capacity. Now, the other thing I wanted to share about this event is that witches, pagans, druids, heathens, anybody who works with the Greek gods and wanted to attend were not allowed to. The only group that I've ever heard of that was there was Issei, which is a problematic group sometimes, but the younger leadership is doing a lot to change that. I've shared before that polytheist groups in Greece do not welcome witches and pagans to their events. They do not allow same-sex marriage, all kinds of things that go against Western views of polytheism, which is why I distance myself from those groups. But this temple being sealed up by the government is its own form of nationalist pride, ironically, against people who want to revive the gods. So where do we go from here? We worship brazenly, boldly, dramatically at all the sacred sites we can find. We visit them and we heal this collective wound together. No more infighting. That is my call to all Greek people watching this video. If you work with the gods, I don't care if you call yourself a polytheist, a witch, a pagan, and for the foreign people called to visit, it's never been more important that you don't ignore that call.